It's Madden NFL 23, and all eyes are on the Monarchs' leader at quarterback. It was a bye week for him last week. He's ready to get back out there in this one. It's the Monarchs and the Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the London Monarchs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at our home side in this one. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Throwing to start the drive. Messina. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Gets around him, flashes another juke, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. To throw on second down, Messina. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Messina under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Hey, check that. Check.
On second down, Dawkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On the ball.
They'll run on first down. Dawkins, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Ready? Hurt. Right there, hurt. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Monarchs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. London about set to take over on offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Hey!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Dawkins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. They're going to look to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Monarchs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. But right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Messina. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They'll set up a throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Monarchs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A final shot before break. Messina, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in this quarter.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
London about set to take over on offense. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Rig alert! Rig alert!
Here's a 2nd and 7. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Monarchs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time
in trouble, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Messina. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Christian Harris in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
It's taken to the 26. Told it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
A try here for the extra point. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing to start the drive. Messina looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Messina. Open man right side is St. Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Messina. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
On 3rd down. Messina. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a... Welcome back now here in London. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And some room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Throwing on 1st down. Messina. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Messina over the middle here to Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. London about set to take over on offense.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A big gain of 31 on third down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Try to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On second down now, Dawkins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll look to throw here. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Looking to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Monarchs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Going right side here, and that's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, Messina. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. They run a draw here on second down. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On first and 10, Messina buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Messina throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Messina toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Come on, come on.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Mustang 19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the home team here,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Chicago,